Hi, my name is Steve VanVladricken, and today I'm going to show you how to add a new employee to a server. And there's a few things that you're going to want to know at first before you start the process on your server of adding a new employee. So first, you want to know who. So first, middle, and last name. What are they going to be doing in the company for security setting purposes? You're also going to want to know what your company's standard is for passwords. So that's either going to be like, for instance, I'll use ours is 8 letters. And it's got to be 1 capital. And it's also got to be, include 1 number. So that's important before you start your task. These are going to be your main things. And you're also going to want to know, depending on the server and what you set up your employees, whether that's in the cloud or whether that's on the physical server itself. Are they getting Exchange? And alongside with that, what privileges are they also going to receive on Exchange? So typically, if you're the IT person, you're going to want to know, with the server, the security setup per user. So we're going to start now, and we will direct your attention to the screen. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up your Active Directory users and computers. This is on my shortcut list in my start menu, but if you don't have that, you'll have administrative tools. And you're going to go to Active Directory, Users, and Computers. So from here, you'll probably see a tree that's going to link your company and the users, however your directory tree is going to be set up. We just happen to have it set up under new built users within our domain. So we will start and we'll right click and we'll do new user. So from this screen, you're going to have a few basic options when setting someone up. So we're going to set up, we'll have the test person's name be Pete J. Smith. And you'll see that the full name is going to be listed the way that you input the information. User logon name is in our company is going to be Pete, so the first name, and then at newbuilt1.local. So we'll hit next. Password based upon what your company's criteria is, whether you want them to create their own password. We do not allow that. User cannot change password, and we also never allow our passwords to expire because we do a rotational change every 3 to 4 months, so quarterly, and we will change it at our discretion. So I will put in here a test password that follows my criteria, and I'll hit next and finish. Now from here, you're going to want to set up the user's security settings, what group they're going to be in. They're generally going to fall under the domain's user, basic user. So for this person, we're going to say that they are an accountant. So we're going to give them some special privileges. So by right clicking and hitting on properties, that's going to take you to the screen that you want to be at. And from there, you know, you can enter in all the extra information. I'm not going to do that for this person. But you can see they fall under domain users for the member of account. So in our company, we have, you know, multitudes of security groups, and an administrator would fall into an accountant because they're not a server administrator, but they're going to be an administrator, so they have access to our accounts. So I would start in here by finding all of our groups. That's the easiest way to do it. Unless you know the exact name, you can type it in and search it that way. It's a little faster. So we're going to go down here and we're going to find account operators, and I'm going to add that group in there. And I'm also going to add administrators. So you have 2 groups here. Now when I hit OK, you'll see that these accounts are now added for the security purposes of this user. And I'm going to select OK. And let's see here, should be alright. So now I'm going to go back to my main computer, and I'm going to log out of here. And I'm going to go and log off this computer, and we're going to see now, the second most important step is going to be testing the employee and the employee password that you set up, and making sure that their desktop is set up so that you know that everything has been inputted correctly. And we set up Pete, so it's just going to be Pete. And you want to make sure that your domain is correct and you're logging on to the company's domain so that you know that that's validated. Now I'm going to put my password in here. Oops. And we're going to want to see preparing desktop. And that's going to indicate that he's been set up properly with a username and account password. Perfect. So preparing your desktop means that we have successfully added this user to the domain in our company. And we'll wait for that to load up. In the meantime, we are going to just recap on what we did. Like I said, you're going to want to know who, what, and your company's standard for passwords. You're going to want to know security setup per user and if they were getting exchange privileges. Now, if they had been getting exchange privileges, you would have had a box pop up asking you if you wanted to set up their exchange. Now, our exchange is in the cloud, so that's done separately, and that's a separate task for the IT department to handle. Let's see. So if we put our direction back onto the screen, we can see now that the user successfully has a desktop, and they would be ready to go with their security settings as far as adding, we could add our network drives here depending on your security level. So if I were to test this, you can see that they have access to a certain directory tree based upon their security settings. Once again, my name is Steve VanVladricken, and this has been how to add a user to your domain.